Go to hell, pig farmer.
It's a Western.
That's right, Curly.
A love story.
Yeah, and who might you be, Mr. Fancy Britches?
And a clash of cultures, Mexican, Native, and pioneer. Set in the turbulent days of the American takeover of California.
Starland now, lady.
Following the Mexican War. It is Ramona, California's official outdoor play.
Yep, by proclamation of Sacramento.
Alessandro, what are we to do? We are lost between two worlds.
Come away with me.
Where?
Celebrating its 100th year of performances at the Ramona Bowl Amphitheater in Hemet, California.
It is the story of California, so it's been incredible to be a part of that and to learn about the history that's in our own backyard.
Ramona is based on Helen Hunt Jackson's celebrated 1884 novel.
She traveled all over California, and she picked up bits and pieces of the show.
We're going to answer for this, Gerard. You too, Curly.
Inspired by real people, real events, and Jackson's outrage over the mistreatment of the American Indian.
She came into this area and she heard a story, a true story.
The popular 19th century author had first chronicled Native American suffering in her 1881 book, A Century of Dishonor.
It was a very powerful book, but nobody wanted to read it.
Your mother was Indian.
So she wrote a novel that's been called something like an Old West Romeo and Juliet.
An Indian?
So she picked up stories from all over California
To tell the same message.
to show how badly the Native Americans were being treated.
And Ramona was a huge hit.
And it was extremely popular. People came all the way into California trying to find where Ramona and Alessandro lived.
Local business leaders who'd long wanted to stage an outdoor play wanted to capitalize on all that interest in Ramona.
And there was a director from England, his name was Garnet Home, and he was doing these outdoor plays all over California.
Holmes not only wrote the play, but found the perfect location to stage it.
He came here, toured around, walked into this valley and said, this is where you should do the play.
The Ramona Bowl Amphitheater was built specifically for this play. And this beautiful bowl where the amphitheater was built makes it pretty easy for the audience to imagine they're back in 1850, California.
And that's exactly what they feel because it's natural. There's no stage props, there's no curtain. So it's a beautiful venue.
You just feel it, like even when you see it as an audience member and you first come in through that main archway and you walk into the space and it's just absolutely magical.
Ramona debuted at the amphitheater in 1923.
She went to New York and did all sorts of things right after Ramona.
Hollywood actress Ann Archer once starred here as Ramona, as did Raquel Welch, who returned to see the play in 2009. And longtime Hollywood star Victor Jory played Alessandro for years in the 1930s.
Oh my gosh, to be part of 100 years? Like you walk on the soil that people doing the same exact play have done all of these years. I mean, generations.
Deborah Dawn Shockey starred as Ramona in 2008.
Oh, and just let me get a peek at that beautiful child. Can I?
One of 4 principal roles she's played over the years since she was first cast in 2006, with some time off to have her children.
Once it gets a hold of you, you may try to escape, but she gets you back.
Oh, I enjoy this very much.
Teresa Silva Seton was first in the play as a teen back in the 1940s.
I was in it when Victor Jory and his wife with Alessandro and Ramona. I was one of the Rancho children.
And the 93-year-old Native American is among the cast today.
I'd play Ancient Myra that says a blessing.
Native American culture is celebrated during the performance, along with Spanish dancing, traditional music, and the bygone life of a California rancho, all of which is part of the personal heritage of many who perform in the play today.
On my mother's side, it's Spanish, English, and then on my father's side is the Hispanic, indigenous. So I like to kind of think that, like they've always joked that, Kayla, you are Ramona.
A dozen horseback cowboys play a prominent role as well.
How could you have more fun than playing Cowboys and Indians?
Bad guy's always a good part, huh?
It's the best. It's the best. I didn't want to do it at first because I thought, man, that guy's a jerk. But after doing it, I don't think I'd want to do anything else. It's the most fun. You can get away with things here you can never get away with at home.
How dare you speak of truth?
And while Ramona is indeed a play with a message,
I feel like it's really relevant to what is going on even to this day.
with its singing, dancing, and drama,
Good. It was good.
that was great.
Yeah.
It's also very entertaining.
I really enjoyed it. It was nice to come see something my mom had been in when she was younger.
When I was in high school, 1960 to 1962.
Cool.
I was a dancer and in the chorus. It was really fun.
It's a lot of fun coming up here on the weekends, you know.
And it's great fun to be part of the production.
Just being out here and doing theater, actors, horses, cowboys, dance.
The fun part of it is all the cowboys and shooting and horses.
Thank you so much for this honor.
Helen Hunt Jackson's descendants were on hand for the play's 100th anniversary as their famous ancestor became the first woman honored with a California literary landmark, unveiled before the final performance of its 100th season.
Thank you.
And of course, the 100th anniversary is really an amazing accomplishment.
Ramona gets no government funding, running on ticket sales, private donations, and most importantly, the passion of those who love it.
What keeps it going is the volunteers. They just love it because we rehearse on the weekends. So you come up here on a Saturday and Sunday like today and you have fun.
And I so think about how wonderful it would be to be able to go back and to say, Miss Jackson, you wrote this book and you changed the world. You changed hearts and minds, and we're still doing it now because it still needs to be told. And so we'll continue to do it. It needs to be another 100 years.